take a look at data sorting and filtering. Sorting allows you to organize your data alphabetically for strings, by magnitude from numbers, and by time for date. In all of these scenarios, the sorting could be done either in descending order or ascending order. Sorting of your entire data or a range of the data can be done based on the data in one column or multiple columns. This basically means that rows are sorted based on the columns you specify. In a multiple sort scenario, the sorting is done in hierarchical manner. That is, the first column specified is used for sorting the data initially. Then the sorted data is sorted again using the second column, while maintaining the first sorting order, and so on. Some important things to remember when sorting. The sorting does not automatically apply to the entire sheet or a range unless explicitly stated. What this means is that if you select a column and sort just that range, the corresponding data in other columns will not move with the data in the sorted column. This can lead to errors in your data, especially if each row is a record, which most data are, with each column describing a feature of the record. Also, the sort feature does not distinguish between header rows and entries. To ensure the headers are not included in the sorting, freeze the header rows. We'll start with a single sort. We'll sort the entire sheet using the item column in alphabetical order. Since this is a single sort, we'll start by freezing the header row. To do this, we select the first row, which is the header row, go to View, Freeze, and select Up to Current Row. Next, we select any cell in the column you want to use for the sorting, and on the menu bar, we select Data and then Sort Sheet by column D, A to Z. Let's take it up a notch with a multiple sort. Here, we are going to sort the data multiple times using different columns. The first thing we'll do is to select the data range. We can do this quickly by using the key combination Ctrl+Shift, left arrow, down arrow. Multiple sort is able to recognize the header row, as you are asked if there's any, so you don't need to freeze the header row. We then select Data on the menu bar and go to Sort Range. We'll check the Data has header row box to indicate our data has a header row. We'll notice that doing this also replaces the column letters with the header names. Next, we'll choose the column to use from the drop-down next to Sort By and specify the order. Click on Add another sort column and repeat. We'll do this until all the columns we want to use have been added and click on Sort. That's it. Now you know how to sort your data, either with a single column or multiple columns. Remember what was said about performing a single sort without freezing the header row? This GIF demonstrates that. You can see that the header row gets mixed up with the rest of the data. Let's continue now with filtering. Filtering allows you to summarize your data by showing records that meet a specified condition or contain only specific values or data points. And just like with sorting, you can apply multiple filters to your data. This is very useful for quickly analyzing your data by highlighting data that answer the questions being asked about the data. For example, to answer the question, how many books were sold in the Western and Eastern regions in the last 2 days, you can apply filters that show data for only Western and Eastern books and dates that fall within the last 2 days in the regions, items and date columns respectively. This gives a tabular summary of data for an otherwise large data set. When a filter is applied, the filter button appears on the column header next to the header name. You can then filter the data by condition, values, or color. When filtering by condition, you can choose from pre-existing ones or write one of your own. In filtering by values, you can select which data point to show data for by checking the boxes next to them. By default, all data points are selected. You can filter by unchecking those you don't want to see. Filtering by color allows you to take advantage of conditional formats and colors. Here, the data is filtered according to the colors assigned to a cell as a result of the condition specified. You can also create filter views and share them with people. You can share different filter views with different people. Filter views are a way of saving filtered instances or views of the data so that you or others can easily apply the same filtering criteria and so have the same view later on. Now, let's look at how to add filters to our dataset. There are two ways we could do this. We could filter based on specific columns or even just one column. We could also add filters to all columns in our dataset. We'll take a look at both. First, let's apply filters to the entire dataset. To do this, we select any cell within the data range. We then go to Data and click on Create a Filter, and that's it. If we wanted to apply filters to a column or just a sub-range, we'll select the column or range to add the filters to. Go to Data and click on Create a Filter, and we are done. In both walkthroughs, all we've done is apply the filters. The next thing is to click on the filter icon next to the header names and specify the conditions and criteria for the filtering. Next, we will look at creating filter views. We begin by selecting the data range. To apply to the entire dataset, we can select any cell within the dataset. We then go to Data, select Filter Views, and click on Create New Filter View. We then apply the filters we want and name the filter view appropriately. The changes we make are saved automatically. We can close the filter view by clicking on the X at the right-hand side of the new bar that appeared. To access filter views created in the worksheet or workbook, we will go to Data, then Filter Views, and click on the name of a filter view to apply it.